Last time we defeated another duo boss. I think it was called Misty Cloud and Cloudy Mist. And then we came out to a large door. I've decided I want to go back and talk to the cart. Wait a second. Why? Do I? Okay, no, I've already been here. I've already been here because I got that.
My body has been exploited. I beg you to leave my soul in peace. Go. Take the whip now, and my soul shall scatter. I implore you to stop. Life too much. I should let go. I cannot rest in peace before my body is freed from darkness. Life too much. I should let go. I cannot rest in peace before my body is freed from darkness.
Okay. I'm just hoping that, like, I didn't lose my progress on that boss. If I have to refight that boss, that'll be super annoying. Really, dude? Please tell me I don't have to refight this boss. Okay. I guess now we see what's through here. Oh, thank goodness. I could have just gone through here. Wow. It looked like a giant boss door. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Maximum mana. Nice. Nice.
This palace is forbidden. You've dishonored my king.
Okay. So we have a way up that way. Oh yeah, I also want to go back and...
You break it all by yourself?
Yeah, I see you. Come on. Are you gonna come over here? Can you just come up here? No. Okay. I thought that would... I want to fall into the lava. So, of course, I immediately fall into the lava. Although, for some reason, it doesn't seem to be... burning me? Huh. Yeah, anyway. Oh? Yeah, it's not burning me. Weird. Oh boy. Nice. Yeah, I don't know why this... Really? Okay. Okay. Come on.
Reaching the palace, you shall pay with your life.
Oh, I thought I dodged that. Okay, backswing. Are you the one that hit me? No, I think that was a cart. I think it was a cart.
Keep this cicada safe with you. It'll come in handy.
Enough about your brother. If you care for him so much, why not go back to him and give me some peace?
If you don't ask, Mother, then I implore you to lend me your prompt and fan to save Father.
Save him, or this mountain from its doom. Both are beyond this plan.
Mother, please! I'm begging you! Father's life hangs on a thread which brother could cut short any moment.
Since when did you start caring for that old bull? Do you not think you can hide your secret wish from me? You wish you could rule this mountain with your brother once we are finished.
No.
That is not true, Mother! If that were my wish, why would I bring this master here to help?
Words from cunning foxes. You just want to trade my fan for a smile on your brother's face.
I owe my life to Father. And to your kindness for taking me in. Brother was good to me, but I would never betray my parents for him.
Say no more of the fan. We raised the boy. Guess this is what we deserve. But you... why are you here at this very moment?
Rakshasi, I'm not a part of your family, and I'm aware I have no voice in this. But Ping told me the Destined One had arrived.
The Destined One, who doesn't even know what he's destined for. Those old bastards must have pulled a muscle coming up with the name.
You and I both know who he truly is. When the time comes, your children, your husband, and even this very palace could all turn to ashes.
What do I have to fear from a mere pawn? He's no match for us. He can't even rival the power of my fan.
Once the truth is revealed, suddenly he is here. Do you not find it odd? Such a twist of fate.
The truth? The truth of what? Who are you talking about?
I heard the Destined One had obtained all the other relics. Rakshasi, your situation is grave. Do you not see who mandated his return? Were those relics really bestowed for your good? Perhaps amid these schemes and plots, we've unwittingly become stepping stones for his rebirth. For others, I care not. All along, you are all I care for. I say we should leave together. I vow to treasure you dearly. Just like when we're up there.
I never thought that one day you'd be the only one I can rely on. I am overwhelmed. Come, sit with me, and tell me what to do.
Don't let him, Mother! Don't you see? He's taking advantage of you! You lecher! I called for your help, not your treachery! How dare you!
A child of a concubine should know better manners. When I first crossed paths with her, your bull of a father was no more than livestock, munching on a patch of grass.
Have you no shame? Mother, don't be fooled!
Enough of your endless prattle. Now, that's better. Rakshasi, have we not been this close since our time in Tushita Palace?
Well, yes, I do miss the old days too. We were so happy back then.
What in the blazes?
No tricks here. It's just my hoof. You deserve to know before we kiss.
You will live to repent this! Filthy lowlife! You dare take her form and beguile me!
My old friend, wasn't it fun? Have we not been this close since our carnage in the fox den?
You abhorrent fraud! My candid words were wasted on your foul ears!
Candid my hoof! Your revenants are everywhere. I thought you'd have better lies. quick on your heels, huh? Well then, boy, let us teach this brazen adulterer a lesson.
Okay.
Vile beast! Your savagery knows no cure! But you will behave once my sourceless water from Tushita drops. I've aided your journey once. Now I shall aid you again on your way to death.
Time to raise some stew!
This guy can steal my magic.
I sealed your fate.
Yep, I can't use any of my magic.
Endless meditations granted you no wisdom.
Oh, hello. So I guess, so maybe, oh yeah, based on what he said, I think this guy stole the horse's soul.
From yin and yang arises two sides. From land and sky emerges the divide. Now, you shall be feasted upon by my Yin-Yang fish.
What a stingy host. Such a meager fish. Hardly enough for a platter.
Move. I'm out of healing items. Oh, I can't move.
Beyond your fate.
I can move. Well, that's fun. Don't get hit by that, like at all. You get stun locked to death. Okay. Set spells. Where is it? Oh, it's here. I thought it was a transformation. For some reason. Please tell me.
This time, I should make you one of my revenants. What's has sealed your fate.
Ow. Okay, that's a new one.
Endless meditation granted you no wisdom.
Oh my gosh.
The truth has been revealed. Disasters are sure to follow. The turmoil you witness is but a ripple caused by a drop from above.
What? Gone already? Bad news after a good nap. He's gone too far from a furnace servant. A decent lad he was. Decent until ruined by brother Wukong. Then destiny carried him further to fall for the wrong woman. You, go up this way. Check if any way leads up. I'll go look around. The owner might be gone, but her treasure might still be there.
Celestial ribbon. Yin-Yang Taoist Rose. Huh. Well, if I was super skilled, that could be really great. Oh yeah, we got, this considerably increases maximum mana. Yeah, we should definitely... We just fought the horse soul. Ooh. Long balm drinks. Each sip recovers 30% of maximum health. Considerably increases damage executed by the next attack. Huh. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, so the horse, he said that, sorry. The horse said that that his soul, something about his soul. Anyway, yeah. So we fought the young version of the horse. So I feel like we should probably talk to him about that. But oh boy, we have so much in the journal. Okay, yeah, let's just go talk to him. after we get this. Oh. I have a lot of sparks to spend as well.
Never thought I'd die before I finished my task. Come now. As my soul outside. It has lingered for you for too long. It's yours now. My journey of life. A fleeting dream.
Well, that's sad. Urge unfulfilled. Dark Thunder. In darkness, cunning change doth brew, slow step yet resolute. Transform into horse Gwai, immune to thunder damage, inflicting thunder bane on the enemy. Focus built up before transformation can be converted for use afterward. Well. We have a bunch of stuff to read. Some lesser Yaoguais. Bull Stalwart. In remote corners, evil shows its face, yet the good seeks the divine's embrace. Evil's end is found in fire's relentless glow, while the good is shielded, be it high or low. Okay, yeah, no, I haven't. There was something that we fought that looked really similar to this, but in a village beneath flaming mountains, the impoverished residents subsisted solely on rice cakes and wore nothing but coarse linen clothes. To appease the Yaoguais in the mountains for rain, they had a grim custom, sending elders over 60 as offerings. Old Zhu, a Tao aspirant in his youth, only grew stronger with age, and his vitality hinted at a long life. Yet, on his 60th birthday, in the midst of a lavish celebration, the villagers placed him on a ceremonial altar and carried him to a stone temple in the mountains to be sacrificed. Confined in the temple, old Zhu grew weak from hunger and thirst. At the brink of death, the temple doors swung open and two enormous figures entered. Another old one of them said, and the other followed. He's still breathing. Go, let's check on him. He was then approached by two bull guys clad in armor, each wielding a pair of hammers. Frozen in fear, he remained voiceless. However, the guys, instead of harming him, handed him a sack of water and shared their dried food. They then instructed him, leave the temple and follow the path marked by bamboo stakes to find the main road. From there, the west leads to the kingdom of sacrifice, and the east to the kingdom of woman. Choose your way. Recovering his senses, old Zu asked why they spared him. One of the guys replied, you mortals underestimate us. If we were to feast on humans, we wouldn't choose the elderly. Our Lady has often sent the old back, but everyone she sent back ended up murdered. Now we guide you old ones to seek life elsewhere. Eat quickly and be on your way. With that, the bull guys left old Zu alone and resumed their patrol with their hammers swinging. What? Oh, this must be the giant thing that we've seen but haven't fought. Okay, I'm worried that I'm not going to remember to read that journal entry after beating it, so I'm going to write this down. Alright, I'll have to remind myself to periodically go up, check for that. Flame Rhino Master. Towering horn, a crown so rare, in simple garb, a presence fair. To the kind man it shows its thanks, wishing him joy in life's ranks. In the ancient kingdom of Dvaravati, rhinoceroses were widely raised and adored. Once, during a rhino hunt, the king shot a pregnant female. As she lay dying, she birded the calf. Amused, the king took the young rhino back to the royal gardens. Haunted by its mother's death, the rhino feared the palace folk. At the mere sight of them, it would flee in terror, prompting the courtiers to chase it for sport, whip in hand. It wasn't until its horns grew sharp enough that the rhino found its chance to avenge its mother. It gored a courtier during his chase. The king, enraged, called for a butcher to slay the beast. But the butcher, moved by pity, smeared dog blood on the rhino to feign its death, and smuggled it out of the palace. Kept it hidden amongst his own rhinos, he nurtured it with prized wheat and lived with it for years. One night, the butcher dreamt of the rhino speaking, I was destined to transcend my form and become a Yaogui in this life, but your kindness calls for a reward, and I am willing to sacrifice this future to repay you. Tomorrow is when your life will end, and all my years left I will give you. My horn will be left on your table. When you pass, have your wife burn it. If it burns completely, you shall live again. The next day, the butcher found the horn, but no sign of the rhino. He told his wife what to do and soon breathed his last. Following his instructions, his wife burned the horn for 49 days and nights. Astonishingly, the butcher was resurrected, yet he was different. He had grown a long rhino horn, and his skin had turned blue. Years later, still youthful after his wife passed, he became a disciple of Princess Rakshasi and was revered as the Rhino Master. Bull Governor. The old bull's halberd tip gleams. Karmic flame scorches shoulders seams, guiding souls through life's end, toils endlessly in the mortal land. In bygone days, a young boy hid in a neighbor's storeroom to play with fire. Accidentally, he ignited the items inside. Fearing punishment, he attempted to extinguish the flames himself, but they quickly grew out of control. The entire storeroom was consumed, and tragically, the boy perished in the blaze. His death left behind a great calamity. The neighbors demanded compensation for the lost items from his parents, while his parents demanded compensation for their son's life. The arguments raged on, and even on the 7th day after the boy's death, the day that his soul should be fetched. No resolution was reached. With the ritual at the funeral disrupted, and the bullhead and horse face, the soul fetchers refused to escort his soul. Seeing his subordinates' reluctance, the bull governor decided to escort the boy himself. As they approached the boy's home, they heard the sounds of his parents quarreling with the neighbors. Entering the courtyard, they saw the boy's parents accusing, "Our son died in your storeroom. Who knows if he stumbled upon some illicit activity and was silenced?" The neighbors retorted, "Our storeroom held valuable items. Your son must have had thieving intentions, causing the fire. You must compensate us." Their heated dispute eventually ended up as violence. The bull governor asked the boy, "Did you ever foresee this outcome?" The boy, filled with regret, wept bitterly. The bull governor, in his compassion, said, "Enough. Such chaos on a soul-fetching day is disrespectful." With that, flames erupted from his shoulder, and he struck an old tree in the courtyard with his halberd, setting it ablaze. The tree was charred black, and only then did the quarreling crowd remember it was a soul-fetching day. In a panic, they all fled the courtyard. Yin-Yang fish. Black yin fish, white yang fish, stirring storms with sky-flipping swish, leaping, twirling, never at rest, boundless power in a bowl compressed. In the South Sea, there's a fish over 6 meters long. Its dorsal fin resembles a blade and can change color at will, whether white or black. This fish can fly into the sky, creating massive winds and waves as tall as mountains. Each time this fish appears, the village suffers from a plague. Once, a fisherman returning from his catch encountered an elderly man who could barely walk. Despite his frailty, the old man carried a heavy, tattered bundle filled with scrolls. Exhausted and without money to pay for a boat ride, he struggled along the river bank. The kind-hearted fisherman, seeing the old man's plight, offered him a free ride across the river and even gave him 2 fresh fish for a meal. Grateful, the old man performed a divination on the spot and said, "In a few days, a young man wearing a bamboo hat and a white robe will pass by. Under no circumstances should you let him come to your village. On the day he arrives, do not conduct any business on the river, or you will lose your life." After delivering these cryptic words, the old man vanished from the boat, leaving the fisherman both astonished and frightened. Yet, he etched the old man's warning deep into his heart. A few days later, while fishing, he indeed saw a man on the river bank who matched the old man's description exactly. The man, claiming to be weary from his travels, asked the fisherman if he could take him to the nearby fishing village to rest. The fisherman initially wanted to refuse, but then decided to take the man to a neighboring village downstream instead. After dropping the man off, the fisherman docked the boat and dared not return to the river. At that moment, the man pulled a black bowl from his sleeve and threw it into the river. As soon as the bowl hit the water, a massive pitch-black fish emerged, and a fierce storm erupted, with waves surging sky-high. The fisherman fled without looking back. Sometime later, he heard that a severe plague had struck the neighboring village, killing many people. Initially feeling a sense of relief, he soon learned that the refugees from the neighboring village had brought the plague to his own village, and they too were not spared. Why did he do that? Why did he initiate a plague? Who knows? Okay. Keeper of the Flaming Mountains. Oh, that's the I think we've read about him before. The furnace crumbles, bricks fall, a day of disgrace. Lemons did he the beauty he could not embrace. All his talents were wasted on the golden sun. Looking back, he's become a foolish one. Yeah, I definitely want to play through this again, kind of in my own time, and just reread, or maybe at least reread everything. Anyway, what am I doing? The galaxy was clear and the sky was spotless. That night, a young Taoist boy sat by the furnace, fanning the fire. Feeling drowsy, he was about to sneak in a nap when he suddenly heard a soft laugh. Looking up, he saw his master standing at the door with the girl watching him doze off. He quickly straightened his clothes and stood up to apologize. Contrary to his usual stern demeanor, the master did not scold him. Instead, he called the boy over and briefly introduced the newcomer, instructing them to guard the furnace together from now on. Finally, he said lightly, "She is your senior. You may call her Rakshasi." At first, the young Taoist boy was delighted to have a companion, but upon hearing that the newcomer was a senior, he felt displeased. As soon as the master left, he decided to make things difficult for her. Handing her the fan, he said, "The furnace is now your responsibility. It's only right that the older one does the work, isn't it, my senior?" The girl did not argue and simply smiled. "Indeed, my junior, you may go rest." The next day, when the master ascended the altar, the girl approached. The young Taoist boy thought she was going to complain, but instead she said, "Master, as a new disciple, it is only right that I fan the fire. However, the fan my junior gave me is a bit small and not very handy." The master glanced at the young Taoist boy and smiled. "If that's the case, I'll make a new one for you. You may as well wield it as a nice vessel." The young Taoist boy had not expected this usually strict master to be so kind to the girl. Gradually, he began to see her in a new light. From then on, they practiced together. He discovered that the girl was adept in both Buddhist and Taoist teachings. No matter what scripture the master taught, she could always engage in discussion, whereas he often struggled to keep up both in speech and thought. Later, when the furnace was kicked over, he was severely punished by the master, while the other disciples looked on coldly. It was only the senior who volunteered to descend to the mortal realm to help him. In the mortal realm, he learned that his senior had her own cave dwelling and a group of loyal followers. The master had even granted her the title of earthly immortal as compensation. Sometime later, the master arranged for her to marry a Yagwei king in the mortal realm. Though he felt a bit melancholic, he understood that he was ultimately unworthy of her, no matter how many dirty tasks he had done for the master. In the master's eyes, he would never be a match for her. Ma Tiamba. In life, a brave heart met a noble lord, loyal and true, bound by a warrior's accord. Grateful and steadfast, he sought to repay, unyielding in courage, keeping danger at bay. Ma Tiamba was originally named Ma-Er, or Ma-Er, I don't know. Flaming mountains were scorching hot all year round, with not a blade of grass growing around. Anyone attempting to cross the mountains, even if they had a head of iron and a body of steel, would melt into a puddle. Despite this, some merchants, driven by the lure of profit, attempted to cross the mountains to trade horses in the west. Yet upon setting foot in the flaming mountains, they were beset by Gwais. None survived except for one horse, which bolted and ran for 60 miles after sensing the danger. Exhausted and thirsty, it collapsed at the gate of the manor. An old man named Zhu, who lived alone in the manor, took pity on the horse. He took it in, fed it, and cared for it. Gradually, the horse regained its strength and grew robust. The horse was intelligent, and always responded to the old man's kindness with grateful neighs. The old man, seemingly able to understand the horse, said, "I was the eldest in my family. If you wish to join me, you shall be called Mar as my second brother." The old man treated Maher with genuine affection, often going hungry himself to ensure Maher was well fed. Maher took note of this and remembered it in his heart. The Flaming Mountains were in perpetual drought, and without the plantain fan, there was no spring to sow and no autumn to harvest. Moreover, Zhu was getting on in years. One day, as he was feeding Maher as usual, he suddenly collapsed by the stable. Seeing this, Maher hoisted the old man onto his back and galloped towards the plantain cave on the Emerald Mountain. He ran non-stop for over 770 miles. Yet by the time they reached the Emerald Mountain, the old man had already passed away. Heartbroken, Mar refused to return to the manor and began wandering the mountains. Seeing Mar's gentle nature, the Yaoguais in the mountains often bullied him. Mar endured their taunts and jests, never getting angry or speaking back. Homeless and unbannered, he lived this way for many days, his once robust body growing thin again. One day, as he was scavenging along the mountain path for scraps discarded by the lesser Yaoguais, he saw an old bull sleeping by the roadside, with fire burning on his fur. Alarmed, Mar tried to wake the bull, but to no avail. With no other choice, Mar hoisted the old bull into his back and ran towards the plantain cave. Along the way, somehow the Yaoguais, seeing Mar carrying a burning bull, were furious. They shouted and attacked, but Mar ignored them, charging ahead, sustaining many injuries. It was only when they finally reached the plantain cave that Mar realized the burning bull was the Bull King, who had got drunk somewhere with friends and was now in a deep sleep. With a few calls from Rakshasi, the Bull King was startled awake from his drunken stupor. Seeing the battered Mar, the Bull King laughed heartily. "You are one tough horse. From now on, join my banner, and you shall be named Ma Tiamba." Thus, Mar became Ma Tiamba. He trained and practiced martial arts under the Bull King, growing stronger, and eventually became a great general under the Bull King's command. And I guess at some point became a Yaoguai. Huh. Thunder damage. Gotcha. Alright, well, that's gonna do it for this episode. Next time we'll spend some points and then we'll keep going. So, thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.